So very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all the academicians and researchers. Today, my topic of presentation is Echoes of Eternity, a deep dive into Big Bang, time travel, and the baby universe. Yeah, we know, of course, the baby universe, the word coined by the Stephen Hawking. And after, I think that his all work, there is no more work that we have find out until that. The Albert Einstein, then Hawking, and I think that there is a huge opportunity in this field to explore. Now, one big question, I'm showing the what's here, the movie, and the time is going on. The big question is that is it possible to make the time travel? The direct question, and we need to understand it. Whether is it possible truly to go to our past to make the changes? Whether it is possible to understand the multiverse concept? Then whether our, say, the Xerox copy is there in another universe, parallel universe, and what is actually the law of physics concerning about the time travel? Whether that's after genius Albert Einstein that he introduced the GTR also, general theory of relativity. Then Hawking made the more and more investigation in this topic. And we need to understand what is the theory of everything, black hole, wormhole, and then to understand that whether the time travel, the moving to our future or moving to our past is possible or not. More and more science fiction movies are also available. We have seen that H.G. Wells, like Time Machines. These are the, all-time popular novel. And now, in my introduction, I'm showing you the genius Albert Einstein and the all times are moving. Now, again, coming to the question part that I have started, whether the time travel is possible to go to past. Let us start with grandfather paradox. What is this grandfather paradox and those popular in the physics and our astrophysics part, those who are doing research? That if we can travel to the past, we can travel to the past that where my grandfather, maybe in his childhood, if I can kill the grandfather, then I can kill myself, or whether it is possible. It is therefore known as the paradox. The time is very complicated concept. Complicated concept that for us, maybe we are most of the time spanning it very easily, thinking like that, well, this is this much time for my, that what? While I'm addressing also, I'm saying good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Because the three different zones are there. At the same moment that if I am saying that it is morning for me, maybe afternoon for someone or evening for someone, whether we are thinking about this, that we are living in different time zones also. And according to Albert Einstein, the time is relative. So now let us understand the universe. Yes, you can see the picture here, the video, that the exploration, Big Bang. Yes, the biggest exploration, the biggest explosion of the universe was happened approximately before 13.8 billion years ago. That is where we are coming from. Whether you're making any question to your mind, in our childhood, more often time, we have this question, how we are coming, where we are coming from, how this world is started, what is the starting point? So the Big Bang theory provides you the explanation for this complicated phenomenon. That is, we are having so many theories there, string theories there, the vibration, the expansion, universe. But my presentation today is for the people, even you are not from the science background, so that you can understand the reality of the universe, starting of the universe, and of course, the time travel. It is the fantastic. Most of the people that caring in their life that I wanted to see the future. So now the technologies are moving forward. We are starting from the Big Bang. That was the biggest blast. And from one, say, point, one singularity, that we have our universe. And now the question that whether we are only alone in this universe, whether we have the multi-universe, it is true. So we need to understand more. And for this, I'm showing you one gravity-based that animated picture on the right-hand side of the screen. First, let us understand that Newton made the law of gravitation. It is common to all. Whenever you are and we are into our school time, we are learning about that one only. That everybody in the universe attracted each other, which is proportional to their masses, okay, product of their masses, and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. We call it that F equal to Z m1 m2 by r squared. We have launched the rocket also based on this theory, because till that we believe that it is the correct theory of the gravitation. But after publication of the two mind-changing and world-changing two research paper, first the special theory of relativity by Albert Einstein in 1905, and you can see the second publication 1915. So one good work need the time. First, he published the special theory of relativity, which is making the revolution to the thought process of the understanding of the space, time, and motion. It states that the law of physics are same for all non-accelerating observer. That means it is same if you are not under acceleration. Then what is the law going on here? And it is same in the other part of the world. If you are observing from the different frame of references also, that is the observer. If you are observer, you are observing some phenomena, natural phenomena. It may be same for you if you are inside the non-accelerating frames. We call it the inertial frames. This theory leads to explanation of the various phenomena like the time dilation. Yes, it is unbelievable, but true that time can be slowed down. Time can be slowed down. So it is known as the time dilation, and the concept inherited from the special theory of relativity by Albert Einstein. Length contraction. That is, if you are moving with the faster speed, then the length of the object can become smaller. But what is the speed? It is also necessary that we are moving with that 30 kilometers per hour and we are expecting that our length will be contracted, then it is not correct. So we need to understand, and yes, the most promising, the formula introduced by him, the E equal to mc square, and it is also explaining the based on the special theory of relativity. After this, Albert Einstein was working on the next phase. He was thinking like that, is this possible to make one theory which will connect everything? The special theory of the relativity is all about the frame of reference and the law of physics are same. But in case of general theory of relativity, it is the second part. So the concept of the gravitation now changing. Earlier concept, as I have explained that about according to Newton, that it is the attraction force. But now, in the general theory of relativity, we have come to know that it is the space and time rep. So I am showing that one figure here. You see that if it is only one plain paper and you are making one curvature there. So large object like stars, planets, okay? So they are making this curvature, and therefore the planetary system is moving in that way. We need to understand that it is not as explained by earlier Newton, but it is actually the curvature, the space and time rep, the gravitation. So gravitation, space and time are interlinked with each other. And if something disturbed in this system, then whole system may be disturbed, and we have so many cosmological model explaining about this. Now, the very popular term that we are always hearing, the black holes. So what are the black holes? Stephen Hawking said that black holes are not that much black. That's He was the person who was trying to bring the law of physics and cosmology to the common people. Because most of the common people will say, "Oh my God, I will not listen to it. It is beyond of my thought process." Because it is starting with, say, the tensor calculation or the integrations, and common people may not understand it if we are only introducing the mathematics. So therefore, the research on black hole also was led by Stephen Hawking. We need to understand that it is one region where the gravity is so strong that light cannot escape from it. So we need to understand that when the massive stars under the supernova explosion and collapse to their gravity with infinite density, it is known as the singularity. Singularity coming, that is the after explosion of the supernova. So what will happen? It will give the formation of the black hole. Now the concept is coming to the time travel. So black holes, relativity, and the time travel are interconnected. We have heard about the wormhole. I will also show that one. So you can see the picture. You can see the picture that how the black holes are formed. And whenever any object falling to the black hole, that it will disappear. No one can escape from the black hole. So therefore, I think that you remember the news last year that all scientists were worried that if some black hole is approaching to our planet, then we will know more. That is, Earth will not exist if some black holes are coming nearer to us because of the due to their strong gravitational pull. Then Earth will emerge inside the black holes. So we have to be careful. We need to understand that it is the objects, any objects falling to the black holes, it will disappear. It will disappear. And it is one of the intriguing and mysterious prediction from the Einstein general theory of relativity, which was more extended by Stephen Hawking. So with the time, the researches are going on. Now the wormhole, you can see one animated hole I am showing you. It is the famous Einstein-Rosen bridge. That is, if you are entering into the one part of this, according to the theory, then with the shortcut, you can appear at the different part at the different time zone. Yeah, it's super exciting. So don't enter into the wormhole. Then you are in different time zone. I am sharing here with the theory-based one. Experimentally, that's forming the wormhole or say warp drive are not possible yet directly. But you see that the theory of the general theory of relativity always explaining the possibility of the wrapping the space and time to this shortcut. And Einstein and Rosen make wonderful research about the wormhole that if it is existing in our Earth also, so then you can travel from one universe to another universe. I think that most of you have watched the movie about the Thor is appearing in the Hollywood movie and moving from their Asgard to the Earth and that one. So that concept was taken from the wormhole. What I am sharing that most of the scientific movie are based on the theories which are under innovation, and people are always feeling like that. It is fantastic for me. It is they're fascinating about these things. So it is one wonderful topic, and to create a stable wormhole in this world, till now it is not possible, but theory already introduced by the genius. Works are going on. That is from one end to another end, from one world to another world or universe, moving, and which the theory of the general theory of relativity. We need to understand. So these are the high speed tunnel which will place you into the different world. So I'm trying to make it very simple, the concept. Now, the question that how the baby universe are forming. Baby universe means the newborn, newly born universe. We are always hearing that multiverse, multiverse. Whether we are understanding, you can see that animated video I am sharing, that the formation of the multi-universe, the formation of the baby universe, and it is going on. So it is till that maybe the hypothetical concept, but offshoot of the parent universe. According to the theories, that when black holes collapse into sorry, a point where new region of space-time buds off the original one, the potentially creating a new separate universe with its own law of physics. We have to understand. We are living in the world and which is full of the scientific rules. The nature always follow the rules of physics and nature. We need to understand that time travel is not, we cannot say like that, impossible. Before maybe 20 years, you will say that artificial intelligence may be impossible. Maybe before invention of the aircraft, you will feel like that who will discuss about this disgusting things? Because bird can fly, we cannot fly. But we are now using the space. The space is also, space travel is also going on. So we need to understand that once the time travel is in your hand, you can know your future. You can predict everything. So therefore, the researches are going on in this topic. Baby universe are forming, and every universe existing with each other. That is, the multiple universe can be existed by the theories. And we have to explore more. That is, the cosmology always explaining about this one. Now, the virtual universe and the application of AI. While Stephen Hawking was doing the research, I think that was the time that when they have to use the simple computers to write down, and the simulation will be not possible. So what is virtual universe and why it is now trending? Because virtual universe is a digitally created space that will simulate the physical law. Based on the relativity, you can make the simulation. It is really complex phenomena, and therefore I am not throwing the mathematics or any model. I'm sharing here that those who wanted to do the research, you can utilize the power of artificial intelligence in these simulations now. How it will change everything, how it will recognize the pattern. If you are watching the distant star also, I'm sharing with you. Maybe it is for writing down, sometimes for poem, or that one for imagination. But if you are truly observing, these are thousands years ahead from you. You are even observing some stars which are not existed. So we have to understand the concept of the travel, concept of the light, concept of the black holes relativity, and the time travel. Most of the time, we are ignoring these things. But the artificial intelligence can be used to make the reality of theory of everything. That was the wonderful part made by Stephen Hawking. You all know that the Albert Einstein made about the grand unified theory, and his last years, around 20 years, he spent on this research. He said that if it is possible to combine this all, that electromagnetic force, gravitational force, weak nuclear force, together all these four forces, okay? So gravitation, along with the weak nuclear, strong nuclear forces, and electromagnetic forces, these four forces, if you can combine with a theory, then it can be the grand unified theory to see that what is what will happen on tomorrow. You have watched, I think, that the movie that was, I think that hero was Hrithik Roshan. That I think Koi Mil Gaya. Yeah, that one Indian movie. So these are not only fantasy, but it is also having some scientific model for it. Now, in the next level, in theory of everything, Hawking made the another research, and he was trying to make the resembling of the quantum universe with the real universe. Because if you are now entering into the quantum physics and the law of quantums, that is, we know that the electrons, say in the very starting, we will say like that is a particle, but later on we will say wave nature also. So the uncertainty principle, that is where the electrons, what is the orbital concept will come. So in that way, if the quantum, whenever we are explaining the quantum mechanics, the quark model inside the electron, then Stephen Hawking said that another universe also existed in the nature, which can be related with the quantum world. And the law may be similar. And we may find out the ultimate theory, which will be known as theory of everything. Everything, whatever you will do, whatever you are now thinking, whatever you are now working, you can find out with the simulation. You may find out with the application of AI. In those days, it was not possible because the AI and the software and the simulation technology are not today's stage, but today we are reaching. Our physicists that they have invented that one after another breakthrough. And we are super delighted that we are now in the age for the another thought process, that how this simulation and the reality can be interconnected. I hope that you have also observed that sometimes you are dreaming something. And in reality, after a few days, you find out, oh my God, I have seen in my dream, I forgot everything, but it is happening to me in the reality. So that's the brain waves. The brain waves. Now the question is that how to utilize the brain waves, how to see your future, whether this theory of relativity, this general theory of relativity, then theory of everything, grand unified theory is applicable to support your time travel. Are you ready for the time travel to see your future? Yes, of course, you cannot make the changes to your past. I have already explained you the grandfather paradox. But now the big question is there, whether you wanted to see the future and whether it is possible or not. What is the concluding statement in this part? After Hawking, the work I am explaining that how we can move forward, that Hawking said that theory of everything, Albert Einstein said the grand unified theory, Einstein made the STR, then thereafter the GTR, general theory of relativity. Now the time to explore, now the time to understand, and wait for my upcoming book also, Time Travel. It's coming in the January in the next year. And of course, I hope that you will all enjoy the way of time travel and how we can understand this very complicated phenomena, not based on the integrations and the mathematical equations of my physics, but it will be for the common people. It will be for the common reader, that anyone can read it, anyone can enjoy it, anyone can understand with the more and more diagrams. So thank you everyone for your messages during the presentation. Now it is open for discussion, and namaste from my side. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Honorable President Sir. What a wonderful, wonderful and unique presentation. I would like to ask each and everyone, those who are present here today, and please give a big hand to our Honorable President Sir. What a wonderful presentation in INFES 2023.